Rach, welcome in. Welcome in. Merry Christmas. Driver, boy. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Michelle Fitz, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing okay after the holiday. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for 10 minutes after the hour. Or 20 people in the room. Have all fresh new titles. We went to the books library before Christmas and loaded up. My local library is going to be closed for a week, so I had to make sure I was stocked and ready to go to make it through the holiday. But we have plenty of new titles. Hope everyone is doing good. We do have a new goal here set up. These are worth 1 coin. They're the 2026 little things. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. Score Sheet Sporting. Beep beep boop. Welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Victoria, welcome in. Victoria, how was your Christmas? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How was your Christmas? Dark Side of the Mo, welcome back. Dark Side of the Mo was with us earlier. Guys, these Hershey's Kisses, I got them 50% off at Walgreens. These candy cane ones. And these cherry cordials. Delicious. It was good. I hope yours was. I had some small surgery today, but other than that, oh, I hope it wasn't that serious. Yeah, my Christmas was really good. I'll show you guys a couple of things that the cats got. Bree, welcome back. Tanya, welcome in. Tanya, you at work? Or are you on break? Bree, has it snowed over there in Jersey? Or not yet? Tanya, you had a snowstorm? Nice. Lucky you. You get to stay home. Oh, was that? Yeah. Oh, you had some snow this past weekend? Nice. That's really nice. Before this live, we got paid to be off. Nice, Tanya. Oh, I hope you get to relax. How's the family doing? How are the in-laws? I know there was some upheaval before Christmas. How are you doing? Hey, Oren Clark, welcome in. If you're on YouTube right now, please subscribe to my channel. I need like 10 people to get 500 followers. Please subscribe and I'll subscribe back to your channel. We are fighting in his mom because of what? Oh no. Mm, okay. Oren Clark, welcome in. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Tanya. And how's the car going? Because I know that there was some issues with the car recently. Oh, you subbed? Thank you so much, Oren. I appreciate that. Yes, those of you on YouTube, sub for sub, please. Phoenix, welcome in. Oh my gosh, Tanya, really? Did they have to total the car? Oh, you haven't got it back yet? That was a new car too. I'm so sad. I remember when you were telling me you got it. Or you're telling us you got it. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. We have all new fresh titles. Yeah, it was a brand new car. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, we got all new fresh titles, but I'll show you guys a couple of things. My cats for Christmas, they got loads of food. We ordered lots of food for them. They've got their big crate of Fancy Feast. They've got their big crate of Science Diet. They always get Science Diet first because that's more healthier for them. And then Fancy Feast is like a once in a week type deal. And then they got some plates. They got new Christmas plates. I got these at Michael's, guys, for half off. They're like $2 a piece. I love serving their food on this. With love. Sorry, I've been going through so much lately and I haven't been myself. Oh, no, that's fine. You don't have to apologize for that. When you're going through a lot of things, you're going through a lot of things. No apologies necessary. And then I got this coupon from Michael's. It was I could only spend it on the 26th. It was for $10. So I got this pink glitter. Glitter is my favorite. Tanya, it was really good. Very peaceful, very quiet. Spent it with my mama. Mama made tamales. I just had some right now because she sent some over. Or she sent me home with some. So I had some tamales. We got these pink shades of glitter. We're going to be using this. Yeah, they're really good, Tanya, especially in the morning for breakfast. We're going to be using this for Valentine's Day because Valentine's holiday is coming up next. We're going to be keeping the tree up until the 6th of January, until the Three Kings come. And then once the Three Kings come, then we're going to take the tree down and we're going to change it over to Valentine's Day. We'll get the Valentine's Day tree out, get the Valentine's Day tree decorations out. Okay, and then Prince Lizzie Fish, our beta fish, he got new water, he got a new filter system, he got his tank cleaned out, he got, oh, you took it the day after Christmas? Time. Got sick of watering it. Yeah, I want to keep mine up just to keep the magic going. I'll give you guys a Prince Lizzie Fish update. So we took out all of his water. We cleaned it. We vacuumed it. We took out all the little plants and everything. He got some top quality water. He got Top Fin preconditioned betta water for Christmas. And We scrubbed the insides of the tank for him so that his water would come out really clear. And look at how clear it came out. We took out all the plants. We rearranged the flora and the fauna for him. He's over here in the corner. He's being dramatic. He's been being so dramatic lately. The other day, after I took out the water and refilled it, he went to the corner over here and he bent himself right next to the heater because the water was cold. His new water was cold. So he went over there by the heater. This is him right here by the heater. And he's warming himself up. So he got new, nicely fresh, scrubbed inside the glass. He got a new filter. So he's living the life right now. Our little beta fish. Then, let's adjust the lighting here for you guys. Let me turn the light back on. Let's see, what else? What other Christmas surprises did we get? I think that was it. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin reading. We're going to start with, we're going to mix things up a little. We're going to start with, we're not going to start with an anthology set. We're going to start with, you know what? I take that back. Let's start with the Jan Brett. Cozy. Nicole, Fallon Nicole. Am I reading that right? Thank you so much. This is a separate one. Yes, John Winter vibes. Cozy. John, how's everything going? What's going on in Vermont? We need a weather update in Vermont. Magali, welcome in. We love a good end page that gives us a lot of details. It says, storms rolled over the tundra when Cozy the musk ox was separated from his herd. He was used to being with his family. His mother and father had named him Cozy because his silky coat was so soft and thick. Cozy braced himself against the wind, and his thick coat warmed him like a blanket. Makes nothing to say. Amber UGC, welcome in, welcome back. So here's Cozy. He was used to being with his family. He got separated. His mother and father had named him Cozy because his silky coat was so soft and thick. But he got lost, and he's in the wind right now. He's in a storm. And then one thing about Jan Brett, she always has a little side story going on. XOXO. Hugs and kisses. In a tussock, a mother's lemmings, pups, were squeaking loudly. I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. She used a triple carry to tunnel them toward a new spot when she saw a towering mountain of fur. In no time, the lemming family settled in next to Corey's left hoof. Shh, she whispered. Quiet voices, and that musk ox will never notice us. So Jan Brett, she's using a lot of detail here. We're going to have to reread this again. In a tussock, a mother's lemmings, pups, were squeaking loudly. I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. She used a triple carry to tunnel them toward a new spot where she saw a towering mountain of fur. Okay, so the lemmings are cold and they see Cozy, and so they're going to go right towards him because the mama sees a mountain of fur. And it's during a winter storm. Uh-oh. There we go. Snowshoe Hare, feeling chilly, had the same idea. Master Musk Ox, he asked politely, may I wait out the storm under the protection of your very thick coat? Cozy was happy for the company and well aware that a lemming family had snuck in. He said, welcome, Snowshoe Hare, but mind those lemmings, quiet voices and gentle thumping only. Okay. Desert Girl, yeah. In a Jan Brett, there's always a lot of details. And Jan Brett, she likes to have a lot of things going on at once. All her pictures are all very detailed. She's got different patterns. Oh, did she, Desert Girl? Oh, nice. Yeah, she's on tour right now. She's got a lot of patterns going on, and then on the sides, she's got different stories happening. Or there's stories, before, what's happening before and what's happening after. So it looks like this ox is stuck in the middle of the snow. We've got some lemmings underneath there because they saw the big fur coat. They want to stay warm and protected. And then the little rabbit asked if he could go underneath. And look at what we have coming next, a snow owl. Snow swirled and flump, suddenly all grew white. Was it a clump of snow that had hit Cozy on the forehead? No, it was feathers. When Cozy opened his eyes, he was looking into big yellow ones. So this owl here, flying out of control, comes to a halt and slams right into Cozy's head. And we have, for those of you who joined us recently, we do a Project Wednesday, and we have our own version of a snow owl. Here's our little snow owl that we made with feathers, just like the snow owl in the book. The eyes belonged to a snowy owl, who also had a request. Oh, magnificent Umamak, would you be so kind as to give me shelter? The wind has tumbled me terribly. Cozy knew that snowy owls and lemmings and snowshoe hares were not always fast friends, but he agreed with some conditions. House rules are quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself. John, I haven't decided yet. So now the owl, he's going to join the hare and the lemmings. They're all cozy inside. And so we're going to see who's coming next. It looks like who's coming next? Looks like a wolf, a white wolf. Arctic Fox's nose was turning blue. Oh, it's not Arctic Fox. Her bushy tail wasn't warm enough, and every time she wrapped it around herself, the wind unwrapped it. Thinking Cozy would make a good windbreak, she sidled up to him. Do you mind, Mr. Musk Ox, if I unfreeze my nose in your thick fluff? Cozy was happy to welcome a new guest, but eyeing her sharp canines, he answered, for the harmony of all, quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, and no biting. So everybody gets a chance to come in, but they have to make sure to keep to themselves. And then look at what Cozy does. He's got all those animals underneath him, and then he lies down in the snow. because they all want to be cozy. As winter went by, the storms grew worse. The wind blew, and a low, humpy shape appeared, swaying and shuffling. Its coat was covered with ice balls. Shaggy beast, it growled. I fell into an ice floe and am chilled to the bone. Can you help me? Cozy was happy to invite the Wolverine in, but added to the house rules. Quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, and no pouncing. That's the next one. Going inside. And then look at the Northern Lights. Cozy's new friends cleaned their coats, preened their feathers, napped, and were glad for their comfy shelter. But then, above the wind, the animals heard, yip, yip, yip. Oh, look at them. They're all underneath Cozy. They're all cleaning themselves. This is what we call in my house. We call this cleaning, cozy and cleaning, because the cats, when it's time to come to bed, they get a snack before we go to bed, and then they eat, and then they come to the bed. Pebbles gets in between my legs, and she gets in a little triangle, and she cleans herself, and then Bam Bam sleeps on the side, and he starts cleaning himself. So we, cozy and cleaning. That's what these animals are doing. When they're all comfortable, they start cleaning themselves. A team of huskies, always on the lookout for a good thing, barreled into Cozy's big bulk, fleeing the creatures in all directions. Aww. Their musher, a sea otter, looked on in dismay. So this otter comes in, crashes right into him, disrupts everybody's peace. Everybody was peaceful. Everybody was tranquil, warm, and cozy, cleaning themselves. The fox had already cleaned himself, or the little bear, the owl. And then in comes this otter, rams right into them, knocks them all awake. Hi, the lead dog grinned. House rules, coursed the jostled lemmings, snowshoe hare, snowy owl, Arctic fox, and wolverine. Quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, no pouncing, and be mindful of others. Cozy, weary of the lead dog, who looked a lot like a wolf, shook his horns to make sure the huskies understood. So I think the huskies wanted to be part of it, but they're a little bit too big to be underneath. And Cozy was like, you know what? You guys gotta be careful. Look at all the animals underneath there already looking up. This book makes me laugh. As time went by, the wind calmed a little and the Arctic sun climbed higher in the sky. The animals felt more at home every day, but Cozy had spring fever. I want to find my family. How can I move about with these visitors underfoot? And look at Cozy. He's got all those animals all over him. So the spring is coming. The spring thaw is coming. And he's getting homesick. He wants to go see his family members. The house rules were stretched every day. When was a nibble a bite? When was a hoot quiet or loud? There was bumping, making faces, and nobody was saying, I'm sorry. Yeah. House is getting a little bit too crowded. It's time for you guys to move on. People are becoming rude. People are becoming unsatisfied. One sunny day, the lemmings were playing climb the ladder. A great chunk of Cozy's coat came off. Then another hank came off in Snowy Owl's talons. Cozy remembered this from last year. Shedding meant it was finally spring in Alaska. Hank by Hank, all of Cozy's warm, silky winter coat drifted down the slope. So he started shedding. Summer's coming, so he started shedding. Look at the owl pulling out hair, clumps of hair. Cozy's lodgers started heading to their spring homes. Cozy hadn't felt so free and breezy since he was a calf. He jumped, he gambled, and then, in the middle of a gleeful leap, he saw his herd. Aw. So everybody decided to take off and leave. Everybody went their own way. Cozy was a lot lighter. He ran to join his mother, his father, his sister, and his brother. "Where were you? We were worried," said his sister, Fluffy. "We missed you," said his brother, Snuggly. "I made some new friends," Cozy told them, "but it was nice to get back to Musk Ox ways." Oh, so he's reunited with his family. They missed him. They all formed a circle, babies in the middle, but Cozy felt curiously alone. Then the breeze carried squeaky and growly and whistling voices. "See you next year, Cozy. Meet you when the snow flies, Cozy." The snowshoe hare thump, thump, thumped as they all called, "We can't wait to get cozy with Cozy." So all the friends take off for the spring and summer, and they gotta wait till next winter to get cozy with Cozy. The end. Jan Brett, Cozy. You cannot go wrong with a Jan Brett. You cannot go wrong opening your live with a good Jan Brett. In the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. I give this a 10. I give this one a 10. This one definitely good story, good illustrations. John, this one was copyright 2020. This is fairly new, 5 years old. Amber UGC 10, Angel 10, definitely. I agree. Christian 10, Bree 10, Stacy 10. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Jan Brett. Karina, it's an ox. An ox named Cozy. Mexi Pina, welcome in 10. Karina 10. Yeah, it was a strong beginning. You guys got a strong beginning tonight. Okay. We did go to the library. We have a whole bunch of new, fresh titles. We're gonna go into the bag and we're gonna see, Cozy the Ox. Magali 10. Magali, how's everything going? I think you were ill or you weren't feeling well with the flu. Christian 28 excerpt 10. We can be choosy as to what we're going to read because we've got a lot of choices. We have a lot of choices. A lot of good ones that I want to read. We're going to read this one. I have a lingering cough and congestion, whatever is going on. Oh, yeah. Did you get a lot of rain, Magali? Sometimes shy. Sometimes shy. This is going to be a good one, I can tell. We love a good cobalt blue. We love a good cobalt blue end page. Bree, I love it. At first, the sun barely stretches through the crack between my curtains. So here's our little friend here getting ready. He's waking up. At first, the sun barely stretches through the crack between my curtains. So he's waking up after a night of sleep. The morning is slow to cast its glow over the harbor in our little town. Still, no one calls the sun shy. So he wakes up, opens up the curtain. He sees he lives in this little beach town here. He's got his little friends out there already. And he says, still, no one calls the sun shy. By the time Dad wakes to tune his kitchen radio, the sun is everywhere it wants to go. Now and then a station hits static or silence. But I never heard someone tell a radio it's being bashful. So he's getting ready for the day, and they have a lot of natural lighting in the kitchen. A lot of natural lighting is pouring in, and Dad's on the little transistor radio. They're trying to tune it. Sometimes it plays music, and sometimes it doesn't. Breakfast is a flash and a blur. We have work and school. There's no time to hunt for the hidden bite below the milk's surface. No time to note that cereal can be shy, too. So the little leftover Fruit Loops that didn't get eaten end up at the bottom of where the milk is at. There's no time to get it. They got to go to work and school. Noting that cereal can be shy. During the drive today, there's not much to say. I listen hard for the small, smooth waves that go unnoticed. Sometimes the sea is shy. So on their way to work and to school, on his way, he notices that the sea can sometimes be shy. I also spot what is shy at school, like seedlings on the windowsill slow to sprout, an old book that doesn't want its spine read, and a marker hesitant to release its color. So it looks like he found out what the word shy means, and he's looking for connections all over his world to see what shy looks like. People can be shy too, like when we shuffle our lone sneakers over cracks in the courtyard, until someone asks us to join on the swings, on the grass, or in the game. Someday I might share all this. These days, though, everyone says I'm too shy. Looks like he's an illustrator. He likes to draw. Maybe sometimes I'm not as bold as a sea of raised hands, the class butterfly emerging at long last, or a bright painting shared with everyone. Oh, the little butterfly. When the bell rings, my brother is waiting for me. I grin, ready for our stroll home. So school's out. He's ready to go home. High tide, I called to him. While we were at school, the sea surged back to the shore. Now we race to the edge. So they're out of school. They're going to go and play in the sea. It looks like the water's not shy anymore. At this time of day, I tell my brother, big booming waves have a lot to say. I add that Dad needs a new radio already. Who still uses one of those anyways? So they're out there playing after school. Dad needs a new radio. Our feet sink into the sand. We sit, throw rocks. There's no rush now, so I take my time explaining how caterpillars transform. Little butterflies. Today, I read an old, tattered book about a frog and a toad. I tell him, "Have you ever kicked a home run at recess?" I go on to ask, but don't wait to hear. "I want to," I exclaim. "Man," my brother smiles, "do you ever stop talking?" His little brother's a chatterbox. "Who, me?" I ask. This makes us laugh. Like the sun setting over the harbor, quiet and slow at first, then every which way through our little town. The and sometimes shy. I'm gonna give this one, I'm gonna give it a 6. It was a good idea in theory, but the pictures didn't really come through, and the story, it kind of fell flat. Hey, Prince Hairflip, welcome in. The story kind of fell flat because I get that they want to talk about being shy, but we really didn't get to know who the character was to understand why he was shy. Yeah, could have been better, Tiffany. I agree. 7 out of 10. Mm-hmm. Brie, yeah. Kristen, yeah, 7. I think this is the first time I've scored something so low. Angel of 5, yeah. The concept of being, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. Shy did not come out through the pages for me. Neither did the illustrations. So yeah, that's a 7. All right, let's take a vote. We started with Jan Brett's Cozy. You can't go wrong with a good Jan Brett. You're always going to start out strong. This definitely is a 10. Brie, right? Yeah, sometimes a flop in the mix is okay. They don't all have to be 10. And then sometimes shy. Let's take a vote. Did we like Cozy or did we like sometimes shy? We're going to go with Cozy. I'm going to go with number 1. In the comment section, let's see what you're thinking. Number 1 or number 2. Maybe somebody liked that one. Brie 1, John 1, Tiffany Cozy, yeah, Angel Cozy. I agree. Okay, let's look at the stacks here and see what we can find. We've got a lot of titles. I think you guys are going to really love this one. My brother is actively having mental... Oh, I'm sorry, Prince Hairflip. That's really serious. I hope you find some serenity as well. We're gonna read My Travelin' Eye. My Travelin' Eye. I think we all can understand what this book is gonna be about. Maybe she has a lazy eye. Yeah. My Travelin' Eye. It says, a note from the author. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can be really tough, Prince Hairflip. Travelin' eye, or strabismus, is when one eye or both eyes misaligns and turns in, out, up, or down. Lazy eye, or amblyopia, is reduced vision when the brain does not fully acknowledge the images seen by the eye. Jenny Sue has both. Okay, so this is Jenny Sue. When I was born, I came out looking both ways. I remember hearing someone whisper, "She got a wandering eye." So when our little friend here, when we're introduced to our little friend, she was born looking both ways. How cute. I remember hearing someone whisper, "She got a wandering eye." but I prefer to call it a traveling eye because everywhere it goes, I follow. So one of the eyes goes one direction, and so she goes and follows it. Sometimes kids make fun of me because I'm looking in two directions at the same time. They say I have iguana eyes. I guess they're right. Yeah, Prince Hair Flip, it's very difficult. She's just keeping an eye out for us, Selena. Tiffany. It's funny. But I think iguanas are cool, so I must be too. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye out. My right eye is the navigator. It sees numbers. It's my guide. My traveling eye is the artist. It sees colors. It's the adventurer. Together, we make a great team. So we see both of these eyes. Thank you so much, 80% there. She's identified each gift that the eye has. One is good at seeing numbers and is her guide. And then the other one is the adventurer. It likes to see colors. Thank you so much for getting that goal. I really appreciate it. My traveling eye reminds me to look around and up and down, to smell the flowers, kiss the butterflies, and read the clouds. So to look for shapes in the clouds. Isn't that fun? But other times it's wandering nature gets me into trouble. Yoo-hoo, Jenny Sue. So there she is in the middle of school. Kids are learning. And there's Jenny Sue. Her eye is looking at the bird outside. So she's a little distracted. One day, my teacher sent a note home suggesting I see an ophthalmologist to fix my eye so it wouldn't stare out the window. No, thank you, I said to my mom and dad. My eye isn't broken. Plus, I was scared to see an ophthalmologist. Oh. So there you have the teacher suggesting that I see that eye. Yeah, she wants to send her to the ophthalmologist so she can get her eye taken care of. I had an uncle who had a wandering eye, but mom took me anyway. So they went to the ophthalmologist. They're going to see what the ophthalmologist has to say. I know, Aubrey. The ophthalmologist's name was Dr. Dave, and he was quite ordinary looking, to my relief. He asked me to follow his finger around the room with my eyes. Simple, I thought. He began tracing a big circle with his long index finger. My right eye followed his finger to the left, but my traveling eye went right. My right eye followed his finger up, but my traveling eye went down. My right eye stared blankly at the big, round, reflective gadget on Dr. Dave's head. My traveling eye was busy looking at everything else. She's owning it. You have a genuine lazy eye, Dr. Dave exclaimed. We must wake it up and set it straight. He stuck a plain round patch over my right eye. He said that should strengthen the lazy one. He also gave me glasses, big, thick, red ones. So they put a patch on it. There's Dr. Dave. Gave her a patch to wear over her eye so it could strengthen it a little. I know the illustrations are funny, Henry. Everything became mostly black and confusing. Dr. Dave looked so small and so far away. So there's her one eye that's working. The other one I think is dark. At school, kids pointed. Letters floated around the chalkboard and I couldn't make sense of them. In math class, my teacher corrected me. 3 bananas plus 3 apples does not equal 6 oranges. At recess, I ran the bases in reverse. She's all discombobulated. Poor girl. And they're calling her Cyclops and 3 eyes. That's not very nice. Poor kid. On the way home from school, I thought I saw an elephant sitting in a tree. Things just didn't add up. I was lost, and I needed my other eye as my guide. Oh, so she's seeing really blurry. Poor girl. Oh, really, Team Emmerich? The patch didn't work for my daughter. She just had eye surgery 12/24 to correct her eyes. Oh my gosh, really? It's a timely book. That night, I cried myself to sleep, and I dream I sailed far away from everything that made me sad. Poor thing. The next morning, I told my mom how sad I felt. I told her I didn't ever want to go back to school. She thought out loud. Jenny Sue, I think we just have to get creative. And with Mom's help, I made my first fashion patch. Soon, all the kids at school wanted to wear a fashion patch, but they couldn't, not without a note from their ophthalmologist. Well, she made it work for her. Can I wear one with your patches, Jenny Sue? Little by little, my world came into focus, and I made a new fashion patch every day. My traveling eye was far from being a lazy eye. It was busy noticing all sorts of things. So she made all these different patches for her eye. We had a soccer ball, pumpkin, an actual eye. Before I knew it, it was time to go back to see Dr. Dave. Well, Jenny Sue, how are you? Dr. Dave, I asked, staring straight into my lone eye. He instructed me to follow his finger with my traveling eye. It slowly followed. Then he peeled off my butterfly patch. It took a minute for my right eye to adjust to the light after being in the dark for so long. He asked me to follow his finger again, this time with both eyes. The real test. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. When I opened them, I followed Dr. Dave's finger as it floated around in a giant circle. To the left, up and over and to the right, down and back to the center. I held my breath waiting to hear if I had passed. Yeah, the different patches are cute. Yeah, good way to start out. Miraculous! Brilliant! It has woken up. My traveling eye had grown stronger and more confident. I think it just needed some special attention. My one-eyed days were over. It was awake all along. But the glasses, they were here to stay. And that was okay because they did help me see everything better. Look at that picture. Isn't that a great background? That orange. And then look at how happy the doctor is. Together, Mom and I fashioned up my new glasses. Of course, all the kids at school wanted to wear fashion glasses, but they couldn't, not without a special note from their ophthalmologist. How cute. Look at her little glasses. I love when they make it work for them. It says here at the bottom in little lettering, my traveling eye still wanders sometimes. But that's true nature of an artist, to see the world in her own unique way. That was a really good one. The end. My traveling eye. This was a really good one to follow up the one that we didn't feel too comfortable with, sometimes shy. Okay, let's take a vote. Definitely give this one a 10. Pictures were great. Story good from beginning to end. We knew who the character was. We knew what they were going to struggle with. We got a solution at the end. Very clear, cut to the point. All right, we started out with Jambret's Cozy. Christina 10, yeah, Yule 10, Magali 10, Tiffany a 9. Then we followed up with Sometimes Shy, and then My Travel and I. I'm gonna go with My Travel and I. I really like this one. I like the fact that they give you the names of what they're called when somebody's eye is like that. Bree 1 and 3, John 1. We've been educated. We've been educated. Team Emmerich, give us an update, Team Emmerich, on how your daughter's eye is doing. John, this one was published. Mexi Pina 3. (2008) 2008 was a good one. Okay, let's look in the stacks and see what we have next. I'm gonna have to move some things because we did some organizing, we did some cleaning. These are all ones that we've read. So we're gonna put these over here, guys. Give me 1 second. We have a whole batch of books that we can choose from. A whole batch of books. Oh, you know what? We're going to end with this one. Because we didn't get to do Christmas Day. So we're going to end with A Charlie Brown Christmas. I really love this book. When I see it on the shelves at the bookstore, I always want to get one because of the red. Tiffany, you like that one? The other one too is I think The Night Before Christmas. The other one with it's got like a really red cover on it with Santa's face on it. Yeah, John, it is still the holidays. It's Christmas week. I really love on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen on TikTok the people that are recreating the dance scene in the theater. The families get together and they do the different dances. Really funny. Aw. I got this at a used bookstore. This book belongs to Elias. Christmas 2023. Elias, why did you give up this book? Yeah, the videos are funny. Charlie Brown Christmas. I love red. Red is my favorite color. Charlie Brown Christmas. Christmas time was here. Soft snowflakes floated down from the sky. The sweet sound of carols filled the air, and everyone felt happy. Well, almost everyone. So this is the beginning part when they're all skating around. There's Pigpen. He's got his little tufts of dirt that follow him around. I think there must be something wrong with me, Linus, Charlie Brown told his friend. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy. I just don't understand Christmas, I guess. I always end up feeling depressed. You're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem, Linus replied. Maybe Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest. Charlie Brown thought Linus might be onto something. He decided to go to Lucy's booth for some advice. So they're the two friends. They're busy talking. I can hear the voices of the cartoon in my head as I'm reading this. 5 cents, please, Lucy greeted him. Charlie Brown dropped a nickel into Lucy's can. Lucy shook the can. I love hearing the beautiful sound of cold, hard cash. Now, what seems to be your trouble? I feel depressed, Charlie Brown told her. I think we'd better pinpoint your fears, said Lucy. If we can find out what you're afraid of, we can label it. Are you afraid of staircases? If you are, then you are climacophobia. Or maybe you have pantophobia. What's pantophobia? Asked Charlie Brown. The fear of everything, Lucy replied. That's it, Charlie Brown cried out. He shouted so loudly that Lucy fell off her chair. Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas, Charlie Brown admitted. I don't understand it. Instead of feeling happy, I sort of feel down. Yeah, Linus in his blanket. Psychiatric help, 5 cents. The doctor is real in. Lucy knew what would help. You need to get involved. How would you like to be the director of our Christmas play? Charlie Brown smiled. He and Lucy made plans to meet at the auditorium. As Lucy went off, Snoopy walked by, holding a box of lights and decorations. Charlie Brown followed him to his doghouse. What's going on here? Charlie Brown asked his dog. Snoopy handed him a piece of paper. Charlie Brown began to read aloud. Find the true meaning of Christmas. Win money, money, money. Spectacular, super colossal neighborhood Christmas lights and display contest. Charlie Brown looked up from the paper and groaned. My own dog gone commercial. I can't stand it. Charlie Brown. Next, Charlie Brown ran into his sister, Sally. I was looking for you, big brother. Will you please write a letter to Santa Claus for me? Sally asked. Sally began telling Charlie Brown what she wanted him to write. Dear Santa Claus, how have you been? Did you have a nice summer? How is your wife? I have been extra good this year, so I have a long list of presents that I want. Please note the size and color of each item and send as many as possible. If it seems too complicated, make it easy on yourself. Just send money. How about 10s and 20s? 10s and 20s, Charlie Brown cried. That didn't seem like the true spirit of Christmas. His sister, she wanted some money. She didn't want presents. At the auditorium, Lucy had an announcement. Quiet, everybody. Our director will be here any minute and we'll start rehearsal. Director? What director? Asked Patty. Charlie Brown, Lucy replied. Oh no, we're doomed, said Violet. Here he comes, said Lucy. Attention, everyone. Charlie Brown addressed the cast, but no one listened to him. They were all dancing as Schroeder played his piano. Stop the music, Charlie Brown shouted into the megaphone. We're going to do this play, and we're going to do it right. Lucy, get those costumes and scripts and pass them out. And there's the famous dance scene. Dun, 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 dun. The twins. Lucy walked up to Frida and gave her a script and a costume. You're the innkeeper's wife. Did innkeepers' wives have naturally curly hair? Frida asked. Lucy walked over to Pigpen. You're the innkeeper. Pigpen looked proud. In spite of my outward appearance, I shall try to run a neat inn. Lucy went over to Snoopy. You'll have to be all the animals in our play, Lucy told him. Can you play a sheep? Bah, bleated Snoopy. How about a cow? Asked Lucy. Moo, mooed Snoopy. How about a penguin? Asked Lucy. Clap, clap, clap. Snoopy waddled around the stage. That's a great red. I love red. Soon all the parts had been handed out, and it was time for Charlie Brown to direct. He asked Schroeder to set the mood for the first scene. But as soon as Schroeder started playing, everyone started dancing again. Lucy and Charlie Brown watched from the side of the stage. Isn't it a great play? Lucy asked. It's all wrong, Charlie Brown told her. Let's face it, we all know that Christmas is a big commercial racket, Lucy said. But Charlie Brown was determined. Well, this is one play that's not going to be commercial. So they ended up doing the famous dance again. Ding, 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 ding. What do you want? Lucy asked. The proper mood, Charlie Brown responded. We need a Christmas tree. Lucy thought this was a great idea. A great big shiny aluminum Christmas tree. That's it. I'll take Linus with me, said Charlie Brown. The rest of you, practice your lines. So they're going to go look for the infamous Charlie Brown tree. Charlie Brown and Linus made their way through the snow to the Christmas tree lot. There were trees in all sizes and colors, big, bigger, pink and purple and red. They were all made of metal or plastic. Gee, do they still make wooden Christmas trees? Linus wondered. It's a cute little picture. Little Christmas trees, different colors, aluminum. And that's when Charlie Brown saw it, the perfect Christmas tree. This little green tree here seems to need a home, said Charlie Brown. But Linus wasn't so sure. I don't know, Charlie Brown. Remember what Lucy said. This doesn't seem to fit the modern spirit. I don't care, Charlie Brown said. We'll decorate it, and it will be just right for our play. Besides, I think it needs me. Aww! The little tree. Charlie Brown, he wants to take care of it. Dress it up. We're back, Charlie Brown announced as he and Linus brought the little tree into the auditorium. The other kids couldn't believe what they were seeing. This tree is all wrong. You were supposed to get a good tree, Lucy told Charlie Brown. You can't even tell a good tree from a poor tree. Everyone laughed and walked away. Everyone except Linus. They're so mean to him. Poor Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown turned to his friend. I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked the little tree. Everything I do turns into a disaster. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? Sure, Charlie Brown, said Linus. I can tell you what Christmas is all about. Linus walked to the center of the stage. A lone spotlight shone on him, and he began to speak. It's so funny how each of these scenes have their own place. This one's my favorite part. He starts telling the little story. And there was in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock at night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shined round about them. And they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which will be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you: you shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, laying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. There was a silence in the auditorium as Linus walked back to Charlie Brown. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown, he added. Charlie Brown thought about what Linus had said. He picked up the little tree and walked out of the auditorium. Aw. Charlie Brown loved that tree. He loved it. Charlie Brown looked up at the starry night sky. He finally understood the meaning of Christmas. Linus is right. I won't let all this commercialism ruin my Christmas. I'll take this little tree home and decorate it, and I'll show them it really will work in our play. Charlie Brown, he didn't give up. He didn't give up on the Christmas tree. Thank you so much for the gift. Charlie Brown took his tree to a place where he knew there would be a lot of decorations. Snoopy's doghouse. He selected a red, shiny ornament, but when Charlie Brown put the ornament on the tree, it collapsed. I've killed it, Charlie Brown cried. Everything I touch gets ruined. Aww. Look at his face. Charlie Brown walked off in despair. A few moments later, the other children arrived. I never thought it was such a bad little tree, Linus said as he wrapped his blanket around its base. It's not bad at all, really. Maybe it just needs some love. Aww. Everyone began taking ornaments off Snoopy's doghouse. Soon the little tree had been transformed into a festive Christmas tree. Ooh, ooh. When Charlie Brown returned, he was stunned. What's going on here? He asked. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconcile. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. I'm hearing the song from the cartoon playing in my head, so I'm following that along. The end. A Charlie Brown Christmas. You guys got a real special treat for Trump Blows Bubba, right? If you watch that cartoon like I have many years, year after year, that song gets stuck in your head. Christina, you give that a 10? Angel loved it? Yeah, that was a good one. A good way. You guys got really good stories tonight. Maybe one didn't make the cut. Trump Blows Bubba 10, John 10. We started out with Jan Brett Cozy. Followed up by Sometimes Shy. My Traveling Eye. Magali 10. And then a Charlie Brown Christmas. Good bookends tonight, guys. Strong titles. A good Jan Brett. And then we ended it with Charlie Brown Christmas. Bree 1, 3, and 4. John 1 and 3. Trump Blows Bubba. I gotta go with 4 as a winner. Yeah, this is a good one. Mexipina 3 and 4. John 1 and 4. Christina 4. Yeah. You cannot go wrong with Charlie Brown Christmas. Magali 4. Christian 28. Eater 4. I agree. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Christmas read-alouds. We will be back again tomorrow on Tuesday with new, fresh titles. I hope everyone has a good night. I'm in full vacation mode, so I'm probably going to stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning. Probably watch a movie, probably read a book. I'm going to enjoy sleeping in tomorrow morning. Alrighty, friends, we will see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good night, and see you tomorrow. Joyful